Alrighty, going to be coming up next is going to be Sharkhat 87 along with Sircal 95, Radish, and Crazy. Going to be playing some really cool DLC for Dead Space 2. Let's give them a warm welcome. Thanks for coming back. We appreciate it. Take it away.
Hey everybody, I'm Sharkhat87. We're gonna go ahead and get started here. There's an intro cutscene right at the beginning of this, so we'll have plenty of time to introduce the run and everybody. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that started. So time is gonna start as soon as I select the brightness here. So we'll do that in about 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so you guys want to introduce yourselves real quick?
Yeah, sure. My name is Radish. I am a fellow Dead Space 2 speedrunner, and I'm happy to be here commenting for Shark.
My name is Sircal95. I also speedrun Dead Space 2, and Severed is an experience. I'm excited to be commentating for it.
And my name is Crazy. I am a third place Dead Space 2 gamer in any pursuit.
Let's go. Alright, so this is the DLC for Dead Space 2. It's called Severed. And it sort of follows a parallel story to the main game, or at least the beginning of the main game. So we play as an EarthGov soldier, Gabe Weller, and we find out that his wife is also a key subject like Isaac and Strauss from the main game, which means that EarthGov's trying to murder them. Obviously, Gabe doesn't want that to happen, so he is trying to come meet up with her so they can escape. Or, well, we sort of find that out later in Chapter 2 of this, but that's sort of like the overall story. So the way this plays out is there's 2 chapters. The first chapter, we sort of play the mines section of the main game backwards, and then the second chapter is we play through Chapter 1 of the main game backwards, except with much tougher enemies and other obstacles and things. So the very first thing we're going to be doing here once we gain control is healing, because we have low health right now, and at this amount of health we'll actually run slower, but we do have a health pack, so we're going to quickly use that so we get our full run speed back. Another interesting thing is that unlike the main game, there's actually no store visits in this entire run, because it just doesn't save any time. It would just be too slow to go visit the store. So we are stuck with the 3 weapons we get right at the beginning, which is pulse rifle, flamethrower, and seeker rifle, guns that you usually don't see in any percent very much. So the combat strats are going to be a little different than usual.
As in, you only see the flamethrower once in one specific area.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that enemy that just ran by in the previous room is called a Twitcher, and they're unique to Severed. You don't see them anywhere else in the regular Dead Space 2 run, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're in the main game for Dead Space 1 and 3, but for whatever reason they're just not in 2, except for this one part of the game.
And they're a very challenging enemy type, so it's kind of a good thing, but it's still interesting to actually have to deal with them in Severed.
Yeah, they're very quick and their movements are erratic, so it's hard to hit them. And there's some in Chapter 2 that are even heavier. They're very tanky enemies, so having them move that quick and have that much health can be kind of annoying. So there aren't too many glitches per se, though Severed is kind of bugged, I guess. Like this infector here just kind of chills and doesn't hit us for some reason. You don't really have to do anything to have that happen, he kind of just does that. So this room here is on a timer once we finish interacting with that panel. So right now, we're just going to be killing all the enemies and grabbing as much stuff as we can, because since we can't go to the store, we're just stuck with whatever items we pick up. And ideally, we want as many health packs and stasis packs as possible. And some ammo, obviously, would help. Gotta watch out, there's a leaper coming up here in a second. I don't know which direction he's going to come from. Is that him over there? Yeah. Ah, I got him with the explosive cannon. Oh, and then that guy grabbed me. Okay. That should be okay. Like I said, this room
is on a timer,
oh.
yeah.
Yeah, you're not losing any time doing this. There are several of these in this game.
Okay, we lost a tiny amount, but not much. And we got a stasis pack as one of those drops, so that's actually really good. So you might notice that we're playing on a crisp 30 FPS, and the reason for that is because Severed was only released on console for whatever reason. There's no PC port of it, which is somewhat unfortunate because a lot of the tricks and glitches that we use in the main game, the speed tech, revolves around exploiting the physics engine, and the physics engine going above 30 FPS. So there aren't too many tricks we can do. It's a lot of ammo and weapon routing and combat, as opposed to, you know, crazy out of bounds stuff. There is a skip at the end of Chapter 2, though, that we're going to do. But besides that, we are trying to just deal with whatever enemy patterns we get, like react to them, and just, you know, get as much... Hope we get as much health and stasis as possible. We got a stasis pack, so that's really good. After this elevator sequence is over, Gabe stumbles backward and falls off this edge of the elevator, so it's a little faster to just stand here, so we don't have to like stumble across the whole elevator. Drop right about.
Yeah, and if you guys have seen the main run of Dead Space 2, you'll recognize this elevator normally takes you up to the top of this shaft after doing the Strauss kill skin. But we're essentially running this chapter backwards in Severed, so we're going the other direction, the opposite direction that Isaac takes. And the next chapter of Severed is the same, just with chapter 1 in reverse.
Yeah, it's really interesting having all like the hardest enemies in the game in chapter 2 of this, because it's usually just like the tutorial level in the main game. But you've got like all the most difficult enemies. Oh, there's still one more guy. Alright. Reload all my weapons, try to grab some of this stuff. Just gotta wait for Gabe to decide he wants to fall down here. Oh, there he goes, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so this game, I think, is really, really close to being sub 20.
Yeah, the world record is a 20:08. It could definitely get there. I need to wait till I get my hands back on my Xbox One to actually go for it, though, because all the doors open slower on 360, so you actually can't get it on 360, which is pretty funny. Or at least as far as we know, anyway. Okay, so for this room, we have to interact with 3 of these panels, and you have to hold the button down long enough for them to activate. This is one of the most random parts of the whole run, because ideally we don't get a leaper immediately charge and grab us, which is about to happen. There we go. If you get lucky there, a leaper doesn't spawn at all. I'm gonna grab this and hit him with that. Come on. Alright, that wasn't the worst. The worst is when you just start to interact with that second one, and the leaper just decides to immediately grab you without even warning you, like not even hitting you first. That you don't want. Alright, so we have a Guardian coming up here, which is sort of an interesting enemy for this run, because normally we have the detonator, and we just shoot that at it. It's sort of like a grenade launcher. Instead, we're going to have to use this. And there's this sort of goop I'm walking on right now. And it's faster to run with one-framed weapons than to just walk. So we're going to aim with flamethrower there to walk a little bit faster over that section.
Yeah.
Yeah. All we've got to do is throw some of these canisters over here. Yeah, the Dead Space games don't have the greatest boss fights ever. Put it that way. Well, pretty simple. Just gotta hit this guy twice. Alright, we got him. I did get him, right? Wait, what? Okay, that happens sometimes. I'm not sure why. I think one of the... Maybe you have to wait before you shoot the second one. Well, we got him. Alright, now we just gotta wait at this, this panel, and we got a little cutscene before we get to chapter 2.
I knew you'd try to interfere if you knew. She's on the list, Gabe. Lexine is a key subject. She has to be terminated.
Yeah, so like I mentioned before, this is where Gabe figures out that they're trying to murder his wife. So obviously he doesn't want that to happen, so now he's heading over to the hospital to stop this other guy Bartlett from doing that.
But the difference between you and me is when an order comes down, I follow it.
The difference between you and me, Vic, is that I ain't got a life, and I will not let you take that away from me. See you at the hospital, Vic.
Alright, here we go.
Time for chapter 2.
Let's do it. So if you've seen the main game, you know brute clipping exists, and there is actually a brute clip you can do here, and they do work on console. Unfortunately, you need to kill the brute to progress the area, so it hasn't really been worked out to save time yet, because killing the brute doesn't take very long, but who knows. If we ever implement that, we would actually have a skip, well, 2 skips in chapter 2, actually. Alright, it's random where these enemies spawn from, so we're just gonna kill them. They're gonna spawn there, I can spawn there. Alright, so now to kill this brute as fast as possible, we're going to alt fire with flamethrower, stasis him, and then switch to seeker rifle. Try to get this yellow spot on his arm to do more damage. Gotta get rid of these detonator mines here so we don't blow ourselves up. Oh. Controller aim, okay.
Yeah, it's definitely more challenging to try to aim quickly with the Xbox controller than it is with the mouse.
Yes, the mouse certainly gives you a lot more precision with the aim.
Mm-hmm. Although there are some people who are just gods with the controller, though.
I love you.
That is true. Some people do prefer controller, but yeah. Okay, until he grabs me here. Okay. So if he grabs you, if he hits you then grabs you, this should open right after that, so you don't have to deal with any of their enemies. And we have plenty of health packs. Okay. Okay, so there's another section coming up here where there's a bunch of stuff on the ground that's going to slow us down. So I'm going to be aiming down sights as much as possible with flamethrower, and then at the end, trying to quickly switch to pulse rifle so I can shoot a mine at one of these cysts on the ground so they don't blow us up. Alright. Hit that guy from a distance, come this way, switch to that, do that. So as soon as we hit here, we hit a trigger, and we gotta wait for this dialogue to be over before the next room unlocks. So we have time to loot that crate right there, grab this stuff, reload our weapons.
The men in white. I don't know, they're different.
Thanks for the call, Lex.
So we got 2 stasis packs, 3 health packs. That's really good. Alright, so for this next room, we are essentially just going to be trying to dodge some stuff that Bartlett's throwing at us. He's going to be throwing like wheelchairs and trash cans, which isn't a big deal, but if you get hit by them, it kind of stuns you for a second, so we're going to try to skip those animations by not running into them. So wait a second. Okay. Alright, that's fine. I'll try to get this leaper to not grab us. He's just chilling. Okay. Oh, it was kind of weird. So I don't think I mentioned this before. There's a couple times where Severed tries to lock your camera when a cutscene's going on, so the movement's kind of weird. Like that's another example there. Like the game forces you to look over at Bartlett there, so you've got to sort of do a little bit different movements. Don't grab it. Don't grab it. Okay. Okay. So now there's going to be 2 enemies that are going to chase us here, including a puker, and we've got to shoot the puker so he doesn't try to snipe us. Okay, we're good. They might follow us, and if they do, we'll probably have to kill them here. Okay, I'm not sure if the puker followed me. That's actually good. And he didn't. Okay. Sometimes if he follows you, there's a chance that this elevator just like won't open at all. And you got a checkpoint restart. So we didn't get that, so that's good.
So strange seeing the flamethrower actually be used in a run.
Yeah. And the seeker rifle.
And the seeker rifle, yeah. Some of the worst weapons in this game.
Yeah, we can kind of use. I mean, seeker rifle's strong. The capacity and the fire rate just suck on it, and then the flamethrower's not. The flamethrower's kind of strong, I guess. It's just not that much better than like most other weapons.
And you burn through ammo way too fast with the flamethrower.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Well, you can't save her. Look, you were both being played the
All right,
whole
so
time.
we had to kill those 2 enemies to unlock that door.
Program, a lab rat. All they needed you for was to get her pregnant. But now you're just security risks. I'm sorry, Gabe.
All right, we're making our way pretty close back to the beginning of chapter 1 here, in the main game. I mean.
Yeah, you might recognize some of these rooms from the regular run of Dead Space 2.
Wait a second there before I stasis him so he doesn't block me. Yeah, this is the room we do table boost normally. Another part where the game locks my camera, so I've got to move kind of an awkward angle to actually do that gap. Okay, that's fine. What? How did I get hit there? What? That guy just sniped me.
It's severed. It's buggy.
Yeah. Alright, gotta get rid of some detonator mines here, so the fastest way to do that is to... Okay, this door is one of the ones that can randomly just decide not to open. Yeah, look at that. So we do that to get rid of that one, and then... Wait, what? How did that happen? You're supposed to take damage there, what?
Lamau.
Strats? New strats? Yo, that's actually really fast if that's... Wait, how... What?
That's some grade A severed speedrunning right there.
I hate to say it,
So
but
what was
I've...
supposed to happen is he's supposed to get knocked back.
Yeah, you're
from
supposed to get
those,
knocked down on your back, yeah, and
detonator
you have to get
mines.
back up, yeah. It just completely skipped the animation. I don't even know if I took damage.
Yeah, this DLC is definitely much buggier than the main game.
Yeah, it's like I said, there's not a lot of like glitches as in like skips. The game's just like really buggy, so weird stuff just happens without you
Yo,
really having
sub
to
20 pace, let's go.
like... Wait, what are we at right now?
Currently at about 17 minutes.
Okay.
No shot.
Probably not.
Okay.
This run's still pretty good though.
What is your PV?
2038 on 360.
Oh,
Another weird camera moment there. This door can also decide not to open. Okay. Okay, so we're actually coming up to the one actual skip in the run. So, for some reason, if you just don't kill any of these enemies, besides that guy, we come up and this divider is going to grab us. And after the quick time event, if we just stasis the divider and just run to the next room, the enemies in the next room just won't spawn at all, which is really nice because normally it's a stalker room. And those rooms are where the game usually intends you to take really slowly and wait for the enemies to come to you and to kill them. So fortunately, we're able to just bypass that. Okay. So we just have to run over here, grab this battery, throw it over there, and then replace this broken one to unlock the door here. And then you'll see, because of this enemy despawn that we did, the ship that Lexine gets on just doesn't appear, so she just walks into thin air. This is a real video game. These are those enhanced twitchers I was talking about. They're extremely tanky. Also, I have so many medkits. The item RNG was actually really good in this run. That's nice. And this is the last instance of randomness that actually affects the time right here. So we got to do a hack panel, and there's 8 different directions that the blue nodes can be in, and we got to hit 2 of them on this one. So we've just got to guess until we find the right ones.
Hold tight, honey.
Alright, that was alright. Somehow Gabe gets knocked all the way over here, and his leg's gone.
Oh my god.
Okay. So we're gonna have this is a little bit of an auto scroller. So as soon as we destroy this 4th fuse, it'll be a few seconds after that, and time ends when we lose control of Gabe. So I'll let you know when we're getting a little bit closer to that. It's this one first, isn't it? Yeah. Well, it's a little closer.
You're very low on it.
We're good. I'll switch to Seeker Rifle if I have to.
Snipe him.
Alright, here comes the 4th fuse here in a second. Okay, I gotta actually not die. Hold on. Okay, time... now. That is time. That is severed.
GG.
What was the final time?
Give it a second. 23:38 or 20:38. Excuse me, not 23. 20:38.
I said tied your PB.
Tied my PB. Yeah, that was a pretty good run.
Congratulations! Congratulations! That was a really nice run.
Thank you. Yeah, the enemy and item RNG was actually really nice for the most part.
You just found that new strat for getting through that hallway.
Oh, I forgot about. Yeah, no, that actually saved me like a few seconds. Actually, I'm gonna have to go back and try to figure out how that happened. Oh,
sweet.
If we have one more second, I can show off a kind of funny glitch that happens from this this despawn. So we respawn here with Gabe having his model where his legs blown off. So that's weird. And somehow this door doesn't have collision anymore. And there's actually a 0G area out here. Even though you can't get in 0G in Severed actually at all. And the kill trigger is also right here still.
By the way, the timer ended a little later. That was actually 20:35, so I believe a PB, correct?
Oh yeah. If
That's
that's the case,
PB,
then
so-
yeah, then that is a PB. So yeah.
I was just going off of what the stream timer was.
Okay, I can go retime. It's RTA anyway, so it'll be pretty easy to go figure it out. But yeah, that's Severed. So thanks
Awesome.
for thanks
You
for watching,
have
everybody.
any- Yeah. You have any thing you need to shout out or anything like that?
Yeah, I just want to shout out the whole Dead Space speedrunning community. All the runners, everybody puts in a lot of work doing runs. We're constantly finding new strats in all 3 games. So yeah, everybody's great. So I just want to shout out everybody in the community. You guys, commentators, you guys got anybody to shout out, or are you good?
Nope, I'm
I would
good.
like to shout out the Dead Space Discord, the speedrunning Discord. It's where we find all the strats, talk about the game, everything. You should hop by if you're interested in the runs.
Yeah, I should mention even if you don't want to do full runs, if you just want to come try out some of the tricks, you're welcome to come in and just ask. There's usually always at least someone online who can help you if you have questions. So yeah, definitely join that if you want to check that out.
Very nice. So let's hear it for Sharkhat 87. That was really cool. Got one of those never seen before moments, which is always nice during a marathon run.
Exactly.
So coming up next is going to be, I believe, Bijan Marolo with Mario Party 8, all versus minigames normal on Wii. So stay tuned for that. We'll be right back. We're going to get set up. Don't go anywhere now.